Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just want to come on here and just share some encouragement, share a couple Bible verses with anybody that may be going through a hard time, kind of just share my experience and what I went through. So beginning of the year was extremely hard for me. I was healing from an injury from work, and then right at the beginning of the year in November time frame, I had to get my appendix removed, and then a few months after that, I was in the hospital for some stomach issues that were going on. So I was going through it. It was back to back to back things going on, and I just was super anxious. I wasn't able to work. I was just at home, just feeling like I hit my rock bottom. I was super anxious, and I prayed and prayed and prayed, but God, He gave me peace. He was with me the whole time. There was one week where He just really spoke to me through friends and through His Word, and it was amazing to just be at my lowest, but still having that peace that God was there and that He was with me. And one of the verses that stood out to me was 2 Corinthians 12:9, and it reads, "But He said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." And I was just praying and just asking God why and why, and He spoke to me through that verse, just saying, "My grace is sufficient for you." And here in the flesh and in this body and in this earth, we're gonna go through trials. We're gonna go through sicknesses, through loss, through all kinds of things. But God gives us that peace that surpasses all understanding, and He said, "My grace is sufficient for you." And that verse really resonated with me, that he loved us so much that He died on a cross and He rose on the third day, and that's His grace, and His grace is sufficient for us. That if that's we pray for healing and all these things, and God can heal today, definitely. Sometimes He does, sometimes He doesn't, but what He has for us is beyond that, and my grace is sufficient for you. And second one, James 1:2 through 4. "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces patience. Let patience have its perfect work, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking nothing." We're going to go through things, and God has a plan, and He has a plan for our lives, and He works all things for good, the good and the bad, all things. So I just pray that anybody going through a hard time,